Hello everyone and welcome to a new video from your Overwatch. I'm Eddie the Chump and today we'll be talking about a possible fresh start for everyone. We've spoken many times about our desire for a team queue on this channel, or in our wildest dreams, a third-party matchmaking queue for Overwatch in the same way FACEIT and ESEA does for CSGO and other games. Why these are so good and why you should care about them I'll unpack in this video, but first off I'll explain where this video originates from. FACEIT are working with Blizzard for Overwatch Contenders Season 0, which in a lot of ways is the first tentative steps towards the Overwatch League. Because of this I went over to the FACEIT website and lo and behold, I was able to register Overwatch as one of my games for the EU region. Now that didn't mean anything on its own, they're helping run the tournament for Blizzard. Theoretically I could have been one of the players on one of the teams. But I did notice that I could select play match exactly the same as I could if I were doing a CSGO pickup game, except the rank ladder was missing. There isn't one currently. I thought to myself, why would they go to all the trouble of building this functionality into their site if there weren't plans to have regular leagues and matchmaking in the future? I went over to the FACEIT subreddit and asked the question, were they planning on providing the same services for Overwatch that they did for other games at some point? And to my surprise, a FACEIT mod replied, in fact yes, they're working on it but they couldn't give me a date as to when this would be happening. I mean, I feel like this is absolutely massive news. Now if you don't know who FACEIT are, they're a massively respected tournament organizer for a variety of esports games. Most users will have experience with them in games like CSGO or Dota. What they actually do is provide super high quality servers with improved tick rates for their users to play on through a client with their own matchmaker. Now they run massive actual esports LAN events as well, but it's the fact they provide matchmaking servers for their members to use in online leagues, cups and ranking ladders that really interests me. Anyone who's seen me play the game, namely all of you, knows that my chances of being a pro are, how do I put this, completely non-existent. But I am very interested in playing a more hardcore, more organised version of Overwatch than can be found in the competitive mode. The entire reason people play using FACEIT as a client is to gain access to a more serious, higher quality matchmaker than the endemic ones that come with the host games. The competition on FACEIT and ESEA is generally much higher than you'd expect in regular matchmaking, and the way that they measure how good a player is much more orientated towards encouraging competition, and by that I mean it's much more closely tied to your win rate and not necessarily your individual stats, because it is after all a team game. There's also the added benefit of having these third-party organisations operate showcase pro pickup games through FACEIT Pro League or Rank S for ESEA. It's a great way for the community to get face time on stream with their favourite pros playing 12-mans against each other. This proved exceptionally popular with viewers in CSGO, and I can see it working really well for Overwatch as the esport grows. What would it actually mean for us regular plebs though? Well, if you're interested in more hardcore team-orientated experiences, having FACEIT run Overwatch leagues and cups to play in is an immediate selling point. How FACEIT tunes their matchmaker is totally up to them, so that means the measurement of a player's skill is also up to them. In our experience in other games, third parties like FACEIT prioritise winning matches as a team, with much more flat rewards and penalties for winning and losing. So that means you won't reach the top ranks with a 33% win rate on your favourite hero. You play for yourself and not the win? The FACEIT matchmaker will punish you for that. There's also the fact that when it starts, people's MMR would be completely clean. It'd be a fresh start for so many players looking for high quality organised play matches. You won't be punished for playing in teams in this environment. In fact, it'd be encouraged. That's the point. These third-party systems are for people who want more close competition, not less. That goes for solo players as well as teams. As a solo player in this system, you'd have to be much more willing to play with people, as it's the win that really matters. These clients also tend to have some sort of karma systems built in for reporting griefers or toxic players, etc., with punishments to boot should a player keep ruining everyone else's experience. One thing that we're really excited about is that they might try features like series play, best of 3 or 5, that kind of thing. In other games they had map, pick and ban phases. Think of it, you could choose not to play Volskaya or Hanamura if you didn't want to. They might even integrate some sort of queuing by role feature. Imagine being on rounded teams with players who wanted to do their best to win. Sounds like heaven to me. The best part is, it's entirely optional. You don't have to play there, you just can if you want to, because it would provide the increased competition that you might crave. Most other esports have functionality like this in some form or another. COD has game battles for example, CS and Dota have FACEIT already. I think it's the best approach to take, as currently, to find scrims or more serious matches, it all has to be done manually right now, which is a huge investment of time, but perhaps, just maybe, not for that much longer. Let me know in the comments if you're as excited as I am to see this kind of feature for Overwatch, or whether you're not that interested and regular competitive mode is just fine for your needs. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating. If you never want to miss another one of our videos again, please click the bell icon next next to the subscribe button on our channel to join the notification squad. You'll be in good company. And finally, please follow the Your Overwatch Twitters, where you can find updates about new videos and other cool stuff. I've been Eddie the Chump, and until next time.